are live with another episode of Comic Talk. It's that show brought to you by the Keeg where we talk about this week's new comic book releases. For those of you who don't know, new comic books come out at your local comic shop every Wednesday. Every Wednesday is new comic book day. Doesn't matter whether it's DC Comics, Marvel Comics, Image, IDW, Dynamite, whatever. All comics for that week come out every Wednesday at your local comic shop. Go to map.comicshopmap.com. Find a comic shop near you, support your local comic shops, pick up any of the comics that we're about to talk about, and, past comics that we've talked about. I'm your host, Dimithri Perera, and it's not just me talking about all the comics that I read this week. No, in fact, it's what we read this week. We try to do as much as we can and read as many comics as we can in 24 hours, and that's kind of what Comic Talk's all about. If you're watching us live, you're watching us on youtube.com/The Keeg Show, or listening to the podcast wherever you get your podcasts from, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc., etc. Wherever you're watching us, listening to us, digesting us, like, comment, subscribe, follow, write a review. Let us know you're out there. If you're out there in the chat on YouTube, say hi, like Ashwan231 Comic says, evening, can't wait to see everyone's pick of the week. Great week for me. Can't wait to read Daredevil, anything Spider-Man related this week, and many more. Thumbs up. So thumbs up back to you, Ashwan. Let me introduce the guests, both of which I had the pleasure of meeting recently for the first time in person, but not first time ever because they've been on the show for at least a year, but finally got to meet up in person at San Diego Comic-Con. First up, King Krakoa. Aaron, what's up, man?
It's going good, guys. It's going real good. I feel like it's been forever, but it's only been last week since I've seen you guys, and I already missed you guys, so.
Yeah, I've been thinking, I'm like, what is another, excuse to get everybody, back together again? But we'll see, because...
we're gonna make something happen, for sure.
Yeah, it's not only Aaron here tonight. It is also Joshua Stephen Ling, a.k.a. Joshua Ling. That the first part was the username, which happens to also be his name. And then the second part was his name, which is his name. So, Joshua, what's up, man?
How's it going, y'all? It's nice to be on a show full of people that I have hugged many times in real life. This is really fantastic.
There was a lot of hugs that weekend.
Man, we were hugging like crazy.
Right? Yeah. We couldn't believe we were seeing each other like in real life.
It was a beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing.
It was, and every time we ended up seeing each other, it was like, oh my God, it's you.
In person?
You're really here.
Right? I see your face and not on the screen.
I feel like when I saw Aaron in real life first, I didn't know Aaron was gonna be there at that Eisner Awards.
At the awards.
And I feel like it was that classic sort of sitcom move where I turn, I'm like, who the hell is behind me? And I turn around and I'm not face to face, I'm like face to chest, and then I look up and then it turns out it's Aaron, so I'm not getting beaten up, so that's great.
It was, and it was
a full head taller than me.
Right, it was literally like a movie scene because as I was coming out, I turned and I was like, no, and I went out and I was like, and he saw me as I was walking up, so I was like, this is my guy.
I didn't know you were that tall, and now I know, and now I have to make your little cartoon character taller than me. I just felt like that needed to. I don't know if you noticed, I slightly sized up your little cutout guy.
Did you?
A little bit, yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But it was great.
I tried to warn you guys that I was this tall, but you guys weren't prepared, I guess.
Yeah, we weren't. Nobody can tell when we're we're live streaming.
I'll just do this from now on and just
yeah, but both of you guys, it was fun to hang out. But we got a job to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
We got a job to do here.
Get down to business.
Comic Talk, it's all about all the comics that came out this week. How'd you guys feel between 1 and 10? How was this comic week? How was this week in comics, right? Just as a whole, not just what you read, but as a whole. Was this a stacked week or a whacked week?
Josh, you answer first.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it was pretty stacked. I think there were a lot of books that came out this week that are some of my favorites. Uncanny X-Men, Avengers Armageddon, TMNT,
and we'll go through your reading list in a sec, but yeah.
I mean, I didn't read some of these yet, but it's like, it's just like a lot of books that I'm like super stoked on.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say it's a pretty stacked week. I'm gonna give it an 8.
8 out of 10. Okay.
8 out of 10. I think that's, and the stuff that I read was really quality. So.
Okay. All right. Aaron.
For me,
yeah.
I think I'm gonna say it was pretty stacked. It was a lot of comics. It wasn't like necessarily all of the comics that I would like to read, that I usually read, but it was still a lot that it had me busy for sure. I'll definitely tell you that. And I'll give it a stack. So I'll give it a good 6 for me.
Okay. A 6. Oh, that's not that stacked. That's like
that's pretty pretty mid.
So all right. In terms, I think gave it a 6 because in terms of like a good stacked week for me, like how it usually is, like a bunch of my comics come out like usually at the same time, but this one was like okay, you know what? Because of that, I'll give it a 7.
I'm not trying to bully you to change your answer.
No. It was a stacked week because I read a lot of comics. It was like, I'm not gonna act like I didn't read. I only read like 5 or 6. Like I read a lot, and each of them like still like caught my attention. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say this is pretty like, even like from a marketing big 2 point of view, even like the third party publishers too were a pretty good week. I mean, I would say it's a 9.5. I think this week might be the most stacked a week has been. So, because like if you break it down, on the DC side, you have the Trinity. Like, hold on, sorry, I'm having technical difficulties here, but I'm gonna figure this out.
Right, I'll do the whole music.
Am I back? Maybe. I'm disappeared.
Wait, right, move a little, shake it and shimmy it.
It's like, okay, but you can hear me, right?
Right, we can hear you perfectly.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
You're in the ether. You're the watcher somewhere in the ether.
Yeah, it's being weird. Okay, I'll figure it out.
It's okay. You're gonna be our Spectre for the moment.
Are you guys hearing these beeps? They keep happening.
No.
There we go. All right, cool. All right. Anyway, sorry to everybody out there for the technical difficulties. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that on the DC side, you got the whole Trinity. You have Batman, Superman, World's Finest. You have Superman Unlimited and Wonder Woman. There's a specific week of the month where they release a lot of the DC Next Level books. Batman, or Batwoman, Lobo, and Deathstroke always come out in the same week. You also have a DC Vertigo title with End of Life. So it's like, marketing point of view, like and New Titans. Like, you pretty much have like a pretty good cross section of DC titles. Absolute, obviously, you get Absolute books coming out. So like, pretty much anyone interested in anything in DC would come out this week, right? And then Marvel has Uncanny X-Men, Avengers Armageddon. So those are your big 2, like big teams over there. I mean, Thor, right? Like that's a pretty big, Thor 800 came out this week. So like, there's that. I'm trying to look at the DC Elseworlds title for them too. Daredevil's been a big book critically and commercially.
Yeah.
Not to mention Queen in Black comes out every single week because it's like a weekly
I didn't get to read that
crossover event thing. But the point being is like, pretty stacked. And then I mean on Image Comics, like Invincible Universe Battle Beast came out, right? So like Destruction BR Lot and like Skate Alley, and the new Bug Wars. Anyway, point being is that's not our reading list. I'm just saying the books that came out this week. There was like 3 Disney books that come out through Dynamite that came out this week, at least. Aladdin, Lion King, Tailspin. Like this is the week for comics, I think. Like this might be the most stacked.
It's a big week.
Yeah. And that's not even like my personal favorites. I'm just saying like this has everything.
Okay.
Speaking of our personal favorites, who wants to go first with their reading list?
I can go first.
Okay.
It's a little smaller this week than normal, but
look, it's okay. The water, it's cold. The water's cold.
It's cold. It's cold. We're gonna dive in. So I read Absolute Green Arrow 4, Absolute Flash 18, I believe, Avengers Armageddon 3, and Uncanny X-Men 34 this week. That was all I got to from my list.
That's fair. You know.
Okay.
You will be penalized.
I know. I'm gonna get docked points at the end.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to read at least 3 more books next time, man. Sorry.
No.
before this show's over, you gotta read these books.
Right. We want book reports on at least 2 of those by tomorrow.
I didn't hear you. I'm reading. I'm doing my homework.
You're like that one picture of that guy on the subway that's reading like 2 books like at once. What?
Yeah.
I think he's reading 3, maybe one with his foot, or maybe that was a Photoshop thing. Anyway, the point being is you're fine. You're amongst friends. You're going to hear a lot of spoilers of books you didn't read, though.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I know the deal.
Yeah. Ash1231 Comics says for him, it was a 9.5 this week. Whether or not he reads it all this week, that's our job. We got to read them all. Ash1231 says,
that's real.
But it's overall it's a 9.5 week. Yeah, I'm with you there.
They're going for the love of the game.
Aaron, what's your list?
All right, so my list is Absolute Green Arrow number 4, Absolute Flash number 18, New Titans number 38, Wonder Woman 36. Let's see here. And I think for my Marvel stuff, I have my Uncanny X-Men 34, of course. I have Avengers Armageddon number 3. Inglorious X-Force number 8, Bishop number 3, What If Runaways number 1, and I believe last but not least it is no, that's all. That's the last one. No.
Did you get
I read like half of the Star Trek Last Starship 10.
Okay.
A little bit of
okay, that's a good lineup. I was telling you guys that I mean, this week might have just been my best week. Not only did I hit almost pretty much everything that I wanted to hit, except for literally have the Mortal Thor number 14 or 800, however you want to count it, that I didn't get to. But, all right, let's do this. I read Avengers Armageddon 3, Absolute Green Arrow 4, Uncanny X-Men 34, Inglorious X-Force 8, not Absolute Flash, sorry, clicked the wrong thing. New Titans 38, Bishop 3, Wonder Woman 36, What If Runaways, Nightwing 141, Batman Superman World's Finest 54, Invincible Universe Battle Beast number 12, Superman Unlimited 16, Dark Knights of Steel 2 issue 2. I binged all of End of Life so I could catch up to issue number 7 that came out this week, so I did get to that. Bug Wars, The Coming of the Wardoom, number 1, the sequel to Bug Wars. Spider-Man, Hulk, Fire and Brimstone, number 1. I have some opinions about it. I will definitely get to that. And then Aladdin, issue number 2. That's my list.
Sir!
I give you a Dumbledore. That's incredible.
I don't get credit for past issues of End of Life though, because it like only this issue.
I give you credit.
You know,
I give you credit.
I give you extra credit. Yeah.
But like, what if I was like,
I get it.
also end of life number 1, end of life number 2, end of life number 3, end of life number 4,
Right.
end of life number 5, end of life number 6, and then end of life number 7.
I mean,
Right.
you
If we're
did do that, so
I just
exactly,
did. I
I mean, if
just
we're
did it.
doing
But
that,
imagine if I did it. You know what I mean? On air.
right?
You know?
Exactly. I mean, it only puts into the, he's not new to this. He's true to this, guys.
Ugh.
mhm.
It's because
We're
I put in
the,
I put in a lot of time on the weekend to catch
yeah.
up for end of life. I was like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Oh,
So
I had to catch up on Absolute Flash. I had to read like fucking 4 or 5 issues before I read this one because I was like, oh, I'm confused.
yeah, that's about how far behind I am too. So yeah. All right. So after all that, let's hit our picks of the week.
All right.
Who
So
who absolutely knew that their pick would be that's their pick of the week?
oof,
Joshua, was it
was it you?
you?
It had to be
You
you.
were just like,
Yeah, I think I was pretty on it.
okay, I'll
I
let you go
think,
first then.
all right. This week, my pick of the week is Avengers Armageddon #3. I love this book. I'm a huge fan of Chip Zdarsky in general. I loved his Daredevil run. I've been loving his Captain America run. Especially that first story arc was phenomenal. And a lot of what's happening in Avengers Armageddon is kind of coming out of that Captain America run, or the first 2 story arcs. And so, yeah, it's political, it's really smart, it's asking some interesting questions. We have a new superpowered being who's basically, I mean, he's overpowered to the max a little bit.
Yeah.
And David Colton, who was a post 9/11 Captain America, um, that we met in that Captain America run. And I think his character is really interesting. I like I liked what they did with him in Captain America. I liked what they did with him in uh, Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon. And I have liked what they're doing with him now. And I think it's just a really interesting new character, very complex, asking
Mhm.
some big questions, maybe doing things the wrong way, maybe doing them the right way. Uh, I think they're asking some interesting questions, and it's been fun to see where certain heroes fall on this side of like, we're just so in this issue, basically, spoilers, he takes
Yeah.
all of the nuclear missiles from like almost every
Yeah.
country, and some Avengers have some strong feelings about that. And obviously, all those countries have some very strong feelings about that. And he basically just hurls them all into the sun. Um, and it's interesting to see who falls on what side of the line. And I think that's been really fun. It's important, I think, for superhero comics to ask that question every once in a while. Um, what if doing the right thing and the good thing leaves people outside of uh, the ability to question or ask? And I think
Mhm.
this comic is doing that, and I think it's doing it in an interesting way. So I'm here for it.
Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this issue a lot.
I finally that's like, if I had to write a review for this issue, I would say
Mhm.
finally. And that's because the first 2 issues of this were not what I would attribute to Chip Zdarsky. And
Mhm.
it was plain in a way, or at least
Mhm.
not formulaic, because like Chip does a great job no matter what. But I
Mhm.
was like, what is the purpose of this?
Yeah.
This is not challenging anyone. And I feel like
Mhm.
Chip is used to challenging, right? Like
Yeah.
his writing challenges the reader to think a little bit more, right? But a
Mhm.
classic beat 'em up between the Avengers and Red Hulk, I mean, anyone could write that, right?
Yeah.
But Chip coming in on issue 3, and essentially the way I was seeing this was how can we trust the system to work itself out if the system is broken, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like they didn't go full force into this, but I feel like that's where like what we're gearing up towards is this idea of what purpose is the Avengers in a world that does have a broken system, like in our world, right? Like what would be the purpose of like letting everybody just kind of like do their own thing,
right,
at the expense of like humanity?
Yeah.
but I also think it also with the especially with the Avengers story, it tells the story of like what happens when you have the power to do something and you don't use your power to the full extent, especially with like the switch of Winter Soldier like going to like kind of secretly helping Colton kind of like with the new with the secret nukes and everything. And it was like, and it's one of those things where like it does give them a challenge because the way he kind of just took out Captain Marvel like it was nothing, like like it was light work, and it kind of helps them. It gives them more gravitas. I kind of was it did like it was like a finally, like I was waiting for that, especially with the Red Hulk of it all. I thought it was interesting because I always like villain who you would never expect to be coming, or like who would be like a C villain, a C-list villain otherwise, like and really like getting shit done, and finally like having a plan that comes to fruition. Like, because I love the like in even in X-Men when Sabretooth actually had a master plan, we actually see it like come to fruition. And with Red Hulk, we kind of see like him, especially with Latveria like taking over. I'm sorry, New America, quote unquote. You know, for the,
Yeah.
and trying to get everything with that like under control, and see like even see that his plan is actively working, and now going to this guy who's kind of doing all the right things but doing it for the wrong reasons, and with the power to do it, but it also asks the question like, should you though? You know, right?
Yeah, and then even I mean, this could be attributed to any sort of change in real life. There's a lot of people that
Yeah.
would agree with that it needs to be that anything, any change X needs to be done, but does it need to be done now? And does it need to be done this fast?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
this is for
Unilaterally.
any sort of change in our society. Is like
Hmm.
like maybe everybody can agree in this comic that like maybe these countries don't need nuclear arms, but should we take them? Should we take them now? Should we take them this fast? And it almost becomes this like, okay, while you're talking about it, David Colton has taken them and
Right.
thrown them into the sun.
He's
And
already done
like,
the thing.
you know, you find out at the end of this, right? Like where, okay, all of America, even their secret stockpile has been taken, but Russia has a secret stockpile and they've now fired it on America. The superheroes will catch those and then just get rid of those. So
Totes my goats.
cool. I don't know what like that's not showing that David Colton was wrong. That's just showing that like yeah, some people are gonna be like shady, but like everybody being shady, I don't know. Does that?
Right.
We don't have time to talk about the the global politics
Right.
of it all, but like I don't know. I don't think
Power
this
absorbs the
is gonna
vacuum.
get into like a civil war type thing, like between the
Yeah.
Avengers. I don't think it's like that. But I'm wondering who's writing the new Avengers run when it comes out, because there's a new.
Chip.
Is it Chip?
Chip?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay,
We'll
so
see. It might get more serious stuff, but you guys want to know what I low key kind of thought was with the little future telling thing that
yeah,
Red
there's
Hulk
that
had
device
was.
too. Yeah,
Yeah, like you want to know what I thought it was? I thought it was a real throwback to Civil War II, the Inhuman kid who
yeah,
they had in that kind of thing, because it kind of felt like a Civil War II moment with this whole little like predictive crime kind of moment.
yeah.
And I was like, okay, this might, and it also feels like Tony might have a dark era coming up with this, but I was like, I don't know where this is gonna go, but I kind of was hoping like this is gonna be like another Inhuman moment, like they're gonna drop an Inhuman moment on us. But I
The
I'm
lineup that
interested to
we
see
know
where
for
this little crystal
sure.
ball thing is.
the lineup that we know for sure for the upcoming Avengers run. By the way, I will say I'm not a fan of the lineup of the new Avengers coming out.
No.
But I am a fan of the creative team, so I have hope. But like Daredevil, like there's just way too many street level heroes on the Avengers. Like
Daredevil,
Luke Cage, Captain Marvel, Wolverine, and Spider-Man. And it's like, okay, if you have a threat that needs someone to like fly up and do, you only got Captain Marvel. Now you got 2 threats for someone to do. Now you're stuck as an Avengers team.
So she got to carry everybody up there. Like what's going? What's going on? Like,
that's at least the lineup that we know of.
Even the new Avengers team, I feel like is more like of a effective Avengers team than they have like with like Clea, Wolverine, Laura Kinney, Wolverine.
That
Namor
team,
and everybody. I feel like that's more. I feel like that's more of a Avengers team. It feels like they're trying to do the Avengers team back in the day, like
the literal new Avengers that Bendis did.
Exactly the literal new Avengers. Yes.
Yeah.
That's exactly the team.
The new Avengers back then was great for Marvel because they put they essentially were like, instead of putting our most powerful characters on the Avengers, and Marvel's most powerful characters were their least popular characters. Just so happened. Let's put our most popular characters, but their most popular characters are not the most powerful. So it kind of weakened that Avengers lineup. And okay, that's fine. We'll see what happens. But I have faith in Chichetto doing art and Zdarsky writing it. Great.
Yeah, same.
Great.
They could have put a ghostwriter in there or something, though.
What's that?
They could have put a ghostwriter in there or something, though.
They need someone powerful. Like, again, someone who could fly. But someone dies, by the way. By the end of Avengers Armageddon, someone's going to die. They mentioned that in the preview for Avengers #1. So somebody dies, somebody, I don't know, somebody gets like dishonored in some way, like maybe they go to jail or something. I forget what they said, but like something big happened. Like there's like a fall from grace for one person dies. Okay.
Wow.
Okay, I'm interested to see where this goes. All right.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah. So that was Joshua's pick of the week. I'm gonna go next then, because I know that Aaron probably has thoughts about this, but
big ones.
My pick of the week is New Titans issue number 38, written by Tate Bromble, art by I had it in my head. Art by who? I'll do a better thing. My pick of the week this week is New Titans issue 38 by Tate Bromble with art by Sami Basri and Bruno Abdias. This is the first issue with Static joining the team. Jonathan Kent goes out to retrieve Static and invite him to join the New Titans. This is a older than high school team, which I like. I like a young, late teens, early 20s sort of Titans team. Nightwing is still on the team. Cyborg is still on the team. We got Terra in the Amnesty program, but we also got Yara Flor. We got Stephanie Brown, aka Spoiler, aka Batgirl. We got Static on the team. We got the new Eva, who is the Tomorrow Girl? Is that what her name is? I forget what her name is.
I forget her name.
She's an android.
I'm not caught up all the way.
She's an android, but I think she's supposed to be like Tomorrow Woman from the Grant Morrison JLA run, because she has very similar powers to Tomorrow Woman, and Tomorrow Woman was one of Professor Ivo's androids. So, and she's a telekinetic too. Anyway, point being is, the great issue, exactly what I want out of a Titans book.
Yeah.
Like missions that matter, friction between characters, Nightwing yelling at Spoiler. I keep calling her Spoiler, but she's Batgirl in this. But also
Didn't look like Batgirl.
Static being there is cool. I don't know. Like I had to buy it. It's Static's back. So I'm happy about it. How do you guys feel about it?
I absolutely love it. Like I was unsure how they were going to bring him in. I don't know, I didn't know how it was weird that I like instantly like Jonathan's the one that brought him in, but I instantly seeing their friendship, I was like, this is nice. I was like, this is a cool thing that he just like saw him and he was like, yes, this kid can be trusted and I want to do it. Like, it was a nice little fun story, and it's just like you say, it gives me exactly what I love about Titans. Like, I've always said, like, Titans was literally the first comic I've ever read, and the things I love about Titans is the dynamics between them, the friction between the characters, the doing the missions. Like, it gives all of those things of like the interpersonal relationships, while still giving you the action that you need in between. Like, from even the Superman and Red Devil friction,
Yeah.
it's odd and I kind of like it. I feel like they have like this like love-hate relationship, frenemy thing.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like something's gonna happen between them. I don't know. Like, it
It's
might be a
very,
friendship.
you know what that relationship reminds me of is very early Captain America Hawkeye, where like it's very like rebel versus like uptight team leader just trying
Yes.
to do his best type thing.
Yes.
Um,
Exactly.
did you read this one, Josh?
No, unfortunately, I didn't get to it, but I did. I did pick it up. It's my first ever Titans book,
Ooh.
but
Jump
I
on
had
it.
to do it because of the
Of course.
static.
Wait. Keep it up. Keep it up. I'm gonna move us to
Yes.
main screen.
Static
Yeah.
Cyborg.
The static
So
sideboard
this
cover.
is the Ink Alliance exclusive Sanford Green cover. I love Static growing up, the
Yes.
cartoon. And
Right.
so when I heard it was coming on the team, I was like, okay, maybe I'll read Titans, I guess.
Right.
I was like, yeah, so I picked up my first ever Titans book because of Static. So I'm gonna read it probably tonight, actually, because I'm really excited about it.
Yes. You
Okay.
should.
Um,
That's a part of your book, your history part, your homework
Yeah,
tonight too. Yeah.
my homework. Yep, exactly.
I want a book review on that ASAP.
Aaron, did you have a favorite moment in this? Like, because there's one panel that made me love this issue. There's one panel, and that is when Red Devil sees Static and they dap up.
Yes. Like, sup, bro. Like as if it was just like cool, like it was just whatever. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It looked like he was like, "Oh, I'm so excited to meet you." But it's like, no, it's cool, man. Like,
Yeah.
and they just walk out like it's nothing. That whole scene, I love that whole little moment, and then the whole like him sneak. He's like, I have super hearing, so I know what you've been doing all night or whatever, and like who you've been sneaking into the house apparently. And it was a fun little like moment with him, like a little you can tell he's definitely his father's son. John's definitely his father's son
Yeah.
with like being uptight, but
Yeah.
like also I feel like I feel like I feel like he could be his bad boy moment. I feel like Red Devil could be his bad boy moment. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, Red Devil is definitely the bad boy on the team, right? And it
Yeah.
makes me wonder who he's trying to sneak in late at night to
Right.
essentially.
And there are multiple people.
Is it multiple people?
Yes. He said, "I know the strangers that you're bringing in the that you brought in the middle of the night."
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, yeah.
Is
But
it gonna
also,
say? Is it gonna like? Is it people we
right,
know?
right? Is it? I feel like he's just bringing in randos to just like have fun in the middle of the night. But also, shout out to bringing Red Devil back from the dead. Like, he was one of my first I think he was one of my first like official like superhero deaths. And like as a kid, like he was like 13 or 14 at the time, so that was real hard for me.
When
Like,
did he die?
he died in the Teen Titans Jeff Johns run.
Yeah.
Like, it was when him and Ravager got on the team, and
Yeah.
like he sacrificed himself like for the team with like throwing a ship into something, and yeah.
I don't remember
Yeah.
when he died, but I remember that run. And it was kind of funny
Mhm.
because Red Devil wasn't the badass that he is now. He was this little
Yes,
like
at all.
he was this little virgin, right? Like he was
Right.
and then
Who
like
idolized Blue Devil.
yeah, and then Ravager was like Ravager was probably his first, right? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
and
Ultimate
but
Ghost
now
is first.
now he's a badass. I would like to
Yeah,
see him date Ravager for real. Like, just two
that
badasses
would be
that don't want to be
fun.
tied down, but they get tied down because they're in love.
Yeah,
Maybe that's just
yeah.
the
Hey,
romantic in me,
we
you know?
we love to see two baddies get
Right,
together and
right.
for the sake of love.
Yeah.
Or Red
Yeah.
Devil could be the literal fuckboy of the Titans for sure. Like I could see him. Let him have he looked like he's having a fuckboy moment for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Um
Let him hook up with John.
well, that's your oh yeah, well. I had to get reminded
Yeah,
that John is bi.
right. Yeah,
They
and I could
haven't
very much see like if you read that comic, you can if you read that interaction with them, it's like a love hate thing. Like anything could happen kind of moment. Like he
Hmm.
calls them tights. It's like
okay.
the Red Devil calls them tights. It's something that could happen for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Well,
Um yeah, maybe. I forgot that Jonathan Kent was bi.
right.
Because they haven't
Yeah.
I was like, when was the
They
last time
don't
they brought
use
that
it
up?
like they should. Right.
Yeah. They used to do it
Right.
all the time. Like they used to use that all the time. And
Oh, they
then
couldn't help it. They couldn't help but show his little
Who?
boyfriend with his pink hair. Oh my god! Like
Yeah, I
every
mean,
five
when
seconds.
Secret Six, I think that was a big part of the story of
yeah.
their relationship in Secret
Yep.
Six.
But since that ended, I don't
Yeah, I
think they've
think
brought that up at all. Huh.
probably
Oh,
not.
are they not together anymore?
I don't know.
Oh darn! Oh darn! I'm so sad.
Do you not
Anyway,
like Jay
I
Nakamura?
I don't care for him. I don't care for that. I don't care for that little twink. I don't
No.
know. It just he's cute, but he's cool, and like I like some of the stories they have together, but nah, I
Yeah.
feel like they could do a better, story.
Yeah.
But I did like the interaction with spoiler Batgirl
Yeah.
in this new run, like with her and Nightwing
Yeah.
when she specifically says, "I like how you use me wanting to lead me wanting to lead as a punchline." And honestly, as soon as I read it, I was like, "I do," and I felt so bad, but I was like, "Stephanie, you're running things. That's
Let her
crazy."
run
But
things, dude. Let her run things.
yeah, it gave me a little respect for her that she like stood up for herself and was like, "I want to do it too."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, I'll allow it." Like she is a part of the Bat family, and like all of them are inherent alphas most times. they're they're raised to be alphas for most of them. For most of them, but like for like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, most of them. Yeah, I
I
was
feel like
gonna
that's the
say
thing about the Bat
no.
team. Like it's the Bat team is
Yeah,
inherently like just an all-star squad. So when they break off and they go on to
everybody
other
wants to be the
teams,
leader.
they're all like leaders of their
Right.
own teams. All right. You know? Um
Like it's always funny when each team they leave on, they just disappear out of nowhere.
wait,
In the
what?
middle of a mission, they're just like start go on their own
Oh,
mission. You
yeah.
know how like when they go on a mission, they'll just like before orders are given, just disappear.
Yeah. Um let's hit your pick of the week and then we got a bunch of comics to hit. We always
Yes.
spend a lot of time on these picks of the week. But Aaron, what was your pick of the week?
Yeah. So my pick of the week was Uncanny X-Men number 34. I absolutely kind of love this. This gave me all the feels that I love about this book. Like it gave me the relationship between Rogue and Gambit, which I'm starting to like after this book makes me really love them more, even more
Mhm.
than like Jean and Scott. I feel like they're more enduring than them. I've always, secretly been like, if Jean and Scott break up, it's not the end of the world for me. But like these two together, like their relationship and their and the stories that they have with each other, of both of them kind of going through a possessed moment of something kind of
Mhm.
in the back of their mind. And of course, it's always if you realize she's doing the literal same thing that Gambit did to her in the beginning of this run,
Mhm.
like where he's going through all of this stuff while she's literally going through the same thing, and she doesn't tell him anything because of all the things that he's got going on, And now it's like in the beginning that was literally the exact flip of it, where Gambit was doing the same thing with the eye when Rogue was going through all of her stuff. And every time you see them deal with it in a different way, but also see them grow from it in a beautiful way, that they kind of like, you see them kind of help each other through each of their problems. And like every time they go through like something life-changing, the other is always kind of there. And their relationship is just like, this one kind of solidified it for me. Like I like absolutely love them. For me, they're the like ex couple for me when I think of ex couples now. Like but on the flip of it, I would have to say the Monet, bringing Monet into it. That's the Monet story of her and Rogue's relationship off the page without it showing up on the page. Like even from like the beginning, they've had an unspoken relationship where like they've kind of endeared each other without saying they've endeared each other.
Yeah.
And it's kind of it's kind of like the warrior princess, like the Amazons, like sisterhood kind of thing.
Yeah,
like
it's
they
like
just
two
like jump together.
Supergirls, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and even Rogue says it when Monet first comes in. She was like, we have this unspoken thing about with each other, like
Yeah.
we have this connection without it being known. And you kind of see that again when Monet is running the team now, when in Rogue's absence, but she's actively thinking, what would Rogue do in this situation? And we see Monet for like very rare times like act soft and like actually like be nurturing to like the kids and like be the mother figure that Rogue is being. Especially with this new, I think, mutant.
He's
that
he's
they
definitely
bring
a
in.
mutant. Joshua, did you read this one? You muted yourself.
I did, yeah. Sorry, my dog's
Okay.
going crazy.
Oh, okay, no.
I did read this one, and I really loved it. Hang on, sorry.
Oh,
It's
you're
okay.
good. We can
Well,
hear it.
while
Oh,
you're
okay.
dealing with
Yeah.
that, shout out to Deanna Kinney who just hopped in our chat,
Whoop,
saying,
whoop.
"OMG, are these Comic Talk legends the King Krakoa, Joshua Stephen Ling, and Dimitri?"
Yes,
It is.
Wildcats, get your head in the game.
Yeah, no, I love this issue. I mean, I've been loving Gail Simone's whole run. Like, I think she's crushing it. I think similar to what Aaron said, like, this has been such a beautiful version of Rogue and Gambit. I love Rogue leading the team, and I love that they're like confident enough in the team and in these new mutants.
Yes.
To be able to say, hey, you're good, and we have to go take care of something, and we're gonna put you in good hands. And I love that element. I love seeing their relationship grow. They are also my ex couple from, I think, the original animated series. I was like, they're it. Like,
Yeah.
this is great. And then I do really love the Monet of it all. I loved how tender she was, but at the same time, like actively thinking, this is uncomfortable for me. What would Rogue do? And then like acting so like well from that mental place, I thought was just like so great. Like she like had all of that righteous anger with how this mutant had been treated, had all of these things, but she was still soft and comforting to this person.
Yes.
I just thought it was a beautiful issue, and I think there was a lot of things that went really well.
So, in my quick opinion, as we move on, but like, I love that Luciano Vecchio is back. For anyone out there, check out my interview with Luciano from maybe a month ago or so.
Gorgeous work.
A great guy and also great artist, right? And then Gail Simone's been writing the whole way through. There's two stories here. I'm not a big fan of the Rogue and Gambit Wyvern stuff for some reason, though I am interested in, is Rogue pregnant? Like, there's kind of...
That was a big moment, yeah.
Oh, that part! I forgot about that. What? Okay, so I didn't read the issue before this one. I think that's what it was. Because I don't know if this is but I saw that moment when he was talking to Gambit about you love those girls more than me, and I was like, what? I was like, no. I was like, are you? I was like, at first, but I was thinking maybe that's his like childhood self. But
yeah, I thought it was his childhood self too, but then because it's his name is the same as his, so
right.
um, no, wait, no, it's not. Jean
No,
Luc
it's
is his
Jean
father,
Luc, right?
right?
No, yeah, I think Jean-Luc was the
Was his father, right?
I
Okay, that's where I don't know why
thought,
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
It's either that's his brother.
Yeah, I'm not. Wait, is Jean Luc his brother?
Don't remember.
Now I'm getting them mixed up.
I know. I
Jean
should
Luc
have said that.
LeBeau is yeah, father of Remy.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, no, sorry, I got confused there. Anyway, the point being is, you know, I'm more interested in the little dog boy and like how
Yes.
sad that character was.
Yes.
And so that's really like, I love what's going on in Uncanny X-Men. I just don't care much about the Wyvern possession thing, and I don't care much about this priest guy. I really don't care about that guy. Like I just
Okay.
I don't really care about that. Which, if we're okay to shift, I'm just gonna touch real quick on something else that came out this week that I didn't really care for, but I don't want to talk too much about it. Because it ties in thematically in a way. Spider-Man Hulk Fire and Brimstone,
Yeah.
written by Kevin Smith with amazing, gorgeous art by many artists, but RB Silva is one of them. I really just read it because I thought it was going to be a one-shot, and I thought it was just a one-shot based. I was just interested in. I knew that a bunch of villains that have man in their title were going to team up. It was Molten Man, Mole Man, Sandman, Plant Man, like a bunch of man-related villains. And then I was like, what are they going to call themselves? And so I was like, yeah, is it the Manister 6? I thought there was going to be 6 of them. There's more. Like, I don't know. They end up calling themselves the Manosphere. Okay.
Gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
But
fuck.
I'm going to be honest. There was too much going on in this issue that I don't want to talk about it much. Basically, there's a lot of every character on that man team makes a pun related. They keep joking in puns related to their theme. And so even if all the villains don't do, like, Sandman never does puns based off of sand, but he does it in this. So like there's way too many jokes per minute. Like way too many. And then the premise of this book is Dr. Bruce Banner not believing in God, but wondering whether that is the way to exorcise the Hulk from himself. So have an actual priest exorcise him, because it's the one route he's never gone is religion.
Oh,
and then Matt Murdock comes in. So there's this weird pun thing in the beginning with way too much comedy, and then it gets like weirdly religious. I'm not going to pick up issue 2. I'm not saying it's a bad issue. It's just not what I wanted out of my comics, and that's okay. The art, though, is so good. The art is amazing.
Oh, RB Silva, of course.
You know, the art is amazing. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted to say.
That could at least been a good moment to put like Daredevil and Nightcrawler together for a moment. Like we could have had a good little like collaboration, because we don't see them together enough, and they're Catholic as fuck.
Yeah.
So,
well, they mentioned in Uncanny that one guy and Nightcrawler should meet up, but Nightcrawler is optimistic and religious, and this guy is like pessimistic religious. So
touche.
You know,
but I feel like that's exactly what they need. They may need each other for that.
Yeah, for Uncanny.
They may even each other out.
Anyway, that was Spider-Man Hulk Fire and Brimstone #1. I thought it was a one-shot, but I got my one-shots mixed up because there's some other one-shots that are coming out soon. Anyway, whatever. Moving on. Let's hit some of the other big books this week. Let's devote some time, like 2 minutes to each of these books that we really want to talk about, and then like we'll rush through the rest, you know?
Okay.
Absolute Green Arrow #4. How are you guys digging this?
I liked it. I thought it was really cool. Like I was waiting for Black Canary to come into this. Like this was I was waiting for Black Canary to come into the Absolute Universe, and it's different, and but I'm also kind of okay with it. I'm waiting for her to bust out the scream really quick,
I
but
feel like they're building towards that, right?
Got it. We almost got. I thought we were going to get it this issue.
I thought literally as soon as I saw the little echoes in the back of her head, I was like, "Oh, we about to get the scream now." I was like, "Just let it out." She was like holding it. I was like, "Don't."
Yeah.
And like that whole moment was cool. I felt so bad for her when they had that little sliver of hope that we thought that, like, spoiler alerts, that Oliver was alive, and then like we see him cut up in little pieces, and just like, you know, and we see her just like traumatized from that, but still going through that, and then Roy comes out of nowhere and ends up like taking and just like going after Grundy.
Wait, that's not Roy. You think it's Roy?
I thought it was Roy. I mean,
we still don't know who Absolute Green Arrow is, right?
Yeah,
we do not. I mean, Roy disappeared, and then Green Arrow shows up. But I
feel like it's too easy now. I feel like now it's too kind of easy that it would be Roy. But like, I'm excited to see who the hell is going to be. But I want to know. I don't know what happened to Connor, because I don't think I've read all of them.
Connor died.
Connor died.
Okay, that's what's going on. Okay, all right. Because I saw them mention him.
The hint that it wasn't Oliver Queen is that the Archer killed Connor Hawk without knowing who Connor Hawk was, but it was stated that Oliver knew about Connor Hawk. So so the Archer wouldn't have done that, but I don't know. Who knows? It's an intriguing mystery. We still don't know yet who it is.
I like that.
Yeah, I feel like we got to find out pretty soon, because
I think we find out at the end of issue 5. I think that's what's been stated.
I think so, because it was originally it was only going to be 6 issues, and they said you will know before the end of the 6 issues who it is. But now that it's 12, now it got extended to 12. But
I don't think he changed. I don't think he changed his writing for the first 6.
No.
Like, I think that was already written and worked on, and now we're getting essentially the issues 7 to 12 are like a sequel. It's like,
exactly.
You know.
I mean, I'm digging it. I think it's cool. I'm digging just how like brutal the book is. And I do love that, Black Canary is the focal character, main character. I think that's great. Even though it's a Green Arrow title, they should have just called. I'm sure it probably sells more books or whatever, but just call it Absolute Black Canary.
Kind of.
But I am excited. I think it's cool. I mean, dude, spoilers, but like Solomon Grundy, I don't know how much of an archer he's gonna be after this.
He ripped off his arm.
Right?
He ripped his hand, right?
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, you gotta fix that bow up even more now.
But I feel like that's even more reason it might be Roy, guys, because Roy definitely had a one-arm arc for a minute.
Oh, in Prime Earth.
So no.
By the way, someone online said something about like DC Earth 616, and I didn't correct them. I was just like, all right, let the kids be. But like, DC's Earth is not 616. Marvel's 616. Right. Like, main continuity DC is Prime Earth, right?
Right. New Earth, Prime Earth.
They changed it. It used to be Earth 0, but
they try to keep it simple for us.
Yeah. Anyway, Prime Earth, whatever. All right, so that's Absolute Green Arrow issue 4. And then you guys both read Absolute Flash 18?
Yeah,
I did.
Okay. Yep. Okay, I didn't read this one. I'm a couple issues behind.
Oh.
Okay.
How'd you guys feel?
Oh. Broke my heart a little bit in one area. Because it was kind of the main reason I love that book, but I don't want to ruin anything for you. So I will say tragedy ensues in the end of this book. I'm gonna say I almost dropped the comics here on this one. But
oh no, I can just imagine. Is the Captain Cold die? Is that
no? I won't tell you.
Okay.
No.
You know how many? You know every.
That's crazy that Captain Cold's the first person you think about.
All I'm saying is every MLM that reads the book loves Captain Cold and his mustache.
Oh yeah.
And is MLM a thing just like WLW is a thing?
What is LMM?
Man loving man? Is that am I speaking out of turn? I don't know. But I know WLW.
That's definitely a thing.
WLW is like,
sure. I can attest to that for sure. I mean,
woman loving woman. Yeah. But is multi-level marketing scheme. Anyway, whatever. The point being is any man who likes a man loves Captain Cold, absolute Captain Cold in his mustache. So
I feel that he's Eddie. No, I feel that. Yeah.
That's what I've been hearing. So, great. But that's what I just assumed. Captain Cold
safe
died.
To say, Captain Cold is safe.
Okay.
At the end of this issue, at least, he is safe.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was fun. I've been enjoying this series, as definitely a lighter tone for the Absolute Universe.
Yeah.
Even though it gets heavy and has some heavy moments, I think in general, it has I think the art helps with that lighterness. It's younger. It feels like it's definitely geared a little bit younger than something like Absolute Green Arrow or Absolute Batman, which I think is fun. And yeah, I thought this was a really fun issue. It brought in some definite body horror stuff, like we've been seeing in a lot of the Absolute books.
Yes.
So I don't know what they're doing over there except being like, hey, more body horror in these books, please.
Right.
Green Arrow and Flash then. Huh.
Green Arrow and Flash, and we got it in that Bane arc of the Absolute Batman.
Oof.
Yeah.
Sheesh. I mean, let's be real. Anytime he has a fight scene in Absolute Batman, it's going to be
there's a lot of body horror.
Bloodshed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a great issue. We got it. He name dropped himself. It was a really sweet moment. He had a really good hero moment. And I thought that was really sweet, and I thought it was cool to see another absolute hero coming in and stating that they're here to help and they're a hero and don't be scared. I thought that was really good.
Okay.
So that was fun.
Yeah, and I like how in the when he does introduce, even as each absolute hero kind of introduces themselves, they kind of name drop subtly. Hey, you see, this person is other people are coming up into existence. In this one, he named who I forget. Is it Linda? Who it is? Who's the girl with him at the Okay, so Linda, when she's name drops, you see that Gate City has Wonder Woman. You could be our Wonder Woman, and you see them slowly but surely, all kind of coming out of the shadows, and you see this age of superheroes kind of being born in a way that I kind of think is really cool. And I agree, it is the Flash is very much the 14 and up, 13 and up book of all the Absolute books, I think. And the way he kind of it gives the way he deals with the situations, and especially with the new villain that they bring back in of one of the Flash Gallery, what's his name, Zolomon,
Hunter Zolomon.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the way he they kind of changed up his power in this book is really cool. And I'm excited to see where they go with that, and especially if he's going to do the thing that Thawne asked him to do. Kind of think we may be getting the birth of an absolute.
What?
Maybe.
You cut out for me. What was that?
I feel like that may be. Oh, sorry. I feel like it may be leading to a absolute Plastic Man moment for Ralph Dibny.
Well, elongated man, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, elongated man. That
one. Okay. I mean, there's an absolute DC crossover coming up at the end of this year, so we do know that they're gearing up towards something.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's hit.
All right.
I mean, we got to hit everything real quick.
Let's do it.
Selfishly, I'm just gonna hit End of Life right now. I read I read binged 6 issues of End of Life in order to catch up to issue 7 this week. It is really good, and I feel like it can exist as a comic, but I think it's also written very well for like a movie or a TV show that is both violent and comedic, and like it's like over the top comedic about like a hitman that he wronged his own hitman society, and now he's living in this like podunk town where his dad lives, and like a lot of like random townspeople like pop in and out, and like there's just a lot of random funny moments, and I can't I'm in it now. Now I'm on track. I'm gonna read End of Life every month when it comes out. It's from DC Vertigo, and it's written by Kyle Starks. Steve Pugh does the art. It's very similar to when they did Peacemaker Tries Hard. And so it's very tongue in cheek, very like Peacemaker satirizes like uber masculine kind of stuff, and like this one does that too. So if you're a fan of that, like this is the comic for you.
Hell yeah. I read the first issue and it was really fun, really funny. Yeah, I need to pick back up on it.
Yeah.
Because it was a lot of fun. So I'm glad to hear that it like continues on strong.
It's so random. It's just like and I was joking about this, by the way. There's a character named so the menagerie is the Hitman Society, and they all have animal masks. So they are all given an animal. And so there is a chicken-related menagerie hitman named Big Cock. And but his name is Big Cock also because he's a chicken, but all he says is Big Cock? Like as a chicken? Like, and you kind of hear it as that's literally all he says. He doesn't speak. He just says Big Cock. And like, okay. This. But then there's another hitman who looks up to him, and his name is Sparrow. And they're like, okay, Sparrow. And he's like, no, Big Cock is gone. And so I shall go by the name that he gave me, Little Cock.
Oh my God. Amazing.
It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but it's so good.
I love this.
It's such a funny comic. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's probably the funniest comic out there right now. So, you know, shout out to End of Life. All right, we got to hit everything else real quick, but you guys got stuff that you guys want to I'll go through your guys' list. And set you guys up. Inglorious X-Force 8. Did you guys read this one?
Yes, I did. I like this one. Did you read this one, Josh?
I've been reading the series, but I didn't get to this one yet. Yeah.
Okay, I thought this was good. I thought this was good. It was had a little super sad moment in it. But I thought this was a really nice moment. This book has been actually more better than I thought it was going to be. And like really keeping like Miss Marvel in the like mutant stage, and like keeping like actually like promenading her like since like the whole Krakoa coming out party. So this one it's been really good seeing this unravel, especially with what's going on with Cable in the background.
Yeah. I think the premise was cool, and the twist is good, and the characters involved are fun.
Yeah.
So I'm
the
definitely
art's been really solid too.
What'd you say? The art?
The art's been really solid.
Oh
too.
yeah. Oh yeah. So I'm very excited because I really like this book because a lot of the characters in it aren't on other series, and probably if not for this book wouldn't be on other series. So there's that. Did you guys read Bishop #3?
I did.
I love this series. I just thought this issue was a little bit weaker than issue 2, which was my favorite.
I like this because it was exactly like it's the stuff that I kind of wanted for him. Like but also I kind of hate that they never like they keep trying to like let Shard stay dead, and I kind of don't want that. Like, and you kind of see him like go through this trauma response of like losing, like being scared to lose her all over again while they're fighting, and you see him like actively fuck up during the mission because of it. And I love their relationship. And when she has to put him into like check, he's like, you've gone soft. Like, I don't know who this guy is. Like, but this isn't the Lucas Bishop that I know. Like, and you're letting your feelings get ahead of the mission. And like, she kind of like reminds him of who he is and who she was, who they were, but also of who he is now and like the loss of her. And I kind of like want her to stay. Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
I want them to figure that out.
Yeah.
I also think this is the best that Bishop has been, like most intriguing to
Yes.
me that Bishop has ever been, because
For
he's
sure.
normally a plot device or a Terminator that comes back from time.
Yes.
But like, or like he went evil one time, and I don't care about that.
Oh,
but
I
like
didn't
in
care about
this,
that.
they actually give him a personality, and
Right.
it's fun, and you get to see him as a brother,
Yes.
you know, to Shard. And the future villains that come back into the past have really cool power sets. So
Yeah.
Skipping Stone, I think, is the best power set. It's Toad's power and Blob's power put together.
Oh, you talked about this last time I was on. Yeah.
And he jumps
that's so
real
cool.
high and he crashes down, right? But they introduced Mirror Mind, which I think is Mastermind, and I think Mystique, because it looked like it was Mystique and Mastermind put together.
Okay.
Though that seems redundant, because why would you need Mystique's power if you anyways have Mastermind's power? But okay, fine. Moving on to Wonder Woman 36.
I read it. It was nice. I like the moment we get with what's her name, the Diana's daughter and her dad, and
Trinity,
getting to meet her dad and everything. Yeah, Trinity. And also like the moment of like the Mascarans in, I guess, the underworld, and like going through that kind of peril thing. Yeah, I'm excited to see. I need to really catch up on this because I'm a lot behind on Wonder Woman, but I wanted to read this because I saw the Wonder Wars coming out.
Yeah, and then this is Stephanie Williams' like interlude, right? And it's like an origin story kind of again, but from Steve Trevor's point of view. So yeah. Speaking of which, what if the Runaways joined the Pride?
I liked it.
I liked it. And then it was over.
Yeah. I kind of wanted some more like resolution to it, but I was like, but also I love how they leave them open-ended enough to where like something could happen. So like I like the whole like the aspect of each of them learning the and like going through it in a different way, and especially with them tricking what's her name? Such that Molly. And like thinking like, oh, we're the good guys of this all, when like in actuality your parents are going to sacrifice the whole world just so they can have 25 years. And I forgot that's the storyline. They know that they're going to die in 25 years just so their kids can be the only ones to survive it. And I'm like, that's insane. But it also made me nostalgic for the show. Like
it made me nostalgic for the show. It made me nostalgic for the Runaways like run, right? Like I just miss it. And it's written by Rainbow Rowell. Great. Awesome.
Okay.
But you know what this made me think is that this What If should have been a setup to a new run.
Yes.
I would love for the Runaways of Earth 616 to meet this alternate universe team that is more experienced than they are.
Right.
Because they got their parents to train them.
Exactly.
Because they joined the Pride. But now I feel like this could be a setup to
have the actual resources of the Pride and actually do it. Like, oh my gosh, it will be so good. Like,
I feel like the Runaways have done a lot throughout their different runs, but they've never met alternate universe versions of themselves.
Yeah, I don't think they have. Yeah, I don't think they have either. Like, I kind of, no, never mind. That was like
they met future versions. They've met like
That's it. That's it. I'm about to say. I think I was like, I remember when Molly met an older version of herself.
Yeah, they've met future versions of themselves, but never alternate universe versions. So, like, I think it'd be cool. Almost like Titans Tomorrow did in the Jeff Johns run of Titans.
One of my favorite parts of that run.
Yeah. Real quick, you didn't finish Star Trek: The Last Starship number 10. It's the final issue for this miniseries.
Oh no, yeah, no, I didn't get to finish it, but it does give me like I love how they like these books have been like bringing up like low key like characters from like the Star Trek past, like bringing up the Borg and everything, and like them having to go through that whole that peril with them, and also the Borg having to team up with someone else is crazy.
Mm.
But like I need to read the
Okay.
rest of it though.
This is written by Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing, who are a writing duo that have written other books, like NYX most recently, I think.
Oh.
And then I think it was Jackson Lansing that did a video today talking about something like really important that, I mean, essentially is kind of why Comic Talk exists, which is the fact that we only talk about comics when they're born and when they die. Like at the start of a series and at the end of the series when it gets canceled, and like most of them don't get canceled nicely. They normally get canceled abruptly, right? And so the idea that like most writers don't get to finish what they want in the way that they want, and that we should talk about comics as they live their lives. And so that's kind of what Comic Talk is. So we talk about these comics not just when they start off with the number one, but throughout their life. So I mean, thank you guys for being on the show and doing this, here.
Yeah.
Pusha.
Um,
Pleasure.
I think those are the comics that you guys read. I have a couple left that I'm just gonna like breeze right through.
Do it.
I read Nightwing 140, Nightwing 141. Did I? I didn't prep the images for Nightwing. Anyway, the point being is, trust me, Nightwing 141. I didn't read the last couple issues, but I read the beginning of this arc, and this feels like the end or like second to end. I was a little confused. It was fine. It was kind of nice, but it was fine. Moving on, Invincible Universe Battle Beast number 12 finishes off this second arc to Battle Beast, and it doesn't come back until March of next year. So, cool, something to look forward to. And by then the trade will come out, I think. They're already advertising the trade. And so that's cool, kind of works out timing wise to build up anticipation for issue 13. But this is definitely the drag down fight between Conquest and Battle Beast. It's a lot. It's Battle Beast slurping on intestines like it's pasta, like it's very bloody, very, very bloody, but it's invincible. So what are you gonna do,
Gotta be.
The Batman Superman World Finest 54 is just a one-shot issue. If you like baseball, I'm sure it resonates with you. It was fun for me, but I'm sure it's better if you like baseball. But essentially, Neuron brings Batman, Superman, and a bunch of Justice League characters down to hell to play baseball versus demons. And so it's just a baseball issue playing baseball in hell.
Space Jam, but
kind of, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, in a way, Anyway, there's also Superman Unlimited issue 16 that is the third part in the Kingdom of Zod story arc. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of continues like a little bit more backstory about Zod and whatnot. I thought it was gonna focus on Steel, both Steels and Lana. That's the way the solicit was, but it didn't really. So, kind of minus points there for not giving them the chance to shine there. It is what it is. Dark Knights of Steel 2, issue number 2. That's the DC Elseworlds book. I loved the original series. This is issue 2 of it. It's good. I don't know what to say. I mean, if you like this sort of thing, and I don't normally like swords and sorcery stuff, but like they do, like Tom Taylor does a really good job with this. So there's some like really cool things going on. Then Bug Wars: The Coming of the Wardoom. This is Jason Aaron's like, what if Fern Gully was adult in a way? Like there are magical creatures riding bugs, very fantastical. It's kind of isekai, if I'm using that correctly. The kid goes to this world, right? Like he gets shrunk down to this fantasy bug world. There's a lot going on in this issue. I do recommend this one.
Let's see.
There's also, I mean, there's a lot of like fantasy bug sex. It's like a weird. This is such a weird book.
Oh, there was definitely bug.
You read the original?
orgies. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
I've got this one. I didn't get to it, but
Okay.
I really liked the first run, the first story arc a lot.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is very Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, Fern Gully meets Game of Thrones.
Yeah. 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 This one doesn't go in the direction that I thought it was gonna. Like, I thought it would be more easy, but it just kind of gets weird, and I'm like, cool, all right.
All right.
And then last but not least, got Aladdin issue 2. I just wanted to read this, and I read the first one to catch up, just because I love Aladdin. I'm a big fan. And then it's written by James III, who is who was a sketch performer, and then he's also a writer. So shout out to James III for writing this. I think, Aaron, did I talk to you about this? James III was on what was that comedy show called? It was on Netflix. It was called like Space Astronaut Camp, or you know what I'm talking about?
Oh,
Astronaut Club. What? Astronomy Club. Astronomy Club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So James III
nice.
was on that. So now he's writing Aladdin. So good for him. You know,
Cool.
Good for him.
It's very Aladdin animated series, like style. You know, like the animated series that was on Disney. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that's it for my list. And then there was also Thor 800, and all I can say, I was flipping through it. The art by Pasquale Ferry, is so good. Like, the art is crazy.
This series has been awesome. I've really loved this book. I hate that I didn't get to it before the show, but it has been such a good read, and yeah, I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, there's a couple of stories in here. It's the big 800th issue of Thor. So it is Mortal Thor issue 14. And then I think next issue is they're dropping the Mortal. So it's just Thor number 15.
Okay, nice.
So, okay. I want to thank you guys both so much for coming on this show, taking time out of your day, out of your night to be here and talk comics. We got a lot done today, so thank you guys for talking about everything. Before we get going, Aaron, where can we find you? What do you got coming up? Anything you want to plug?
Yes. So you guys can find me at King Krakoa on TikTok and the King Krakoa on Insta. But who's to say? Who knows what the future holds?
Okay. King Krakoa on Instagram. No, King Krakoa on TikTok. King Krakoa on Instagram. That's right. Okay. All right. And then Joshua, what about you? Where can we find you?
Joshua Stephen Ling on Instagram and TikTok. I've got a few things planned coming up. I've got a creative thing, a project that I'm working on that I'm really excited about. Hopefully, can talk about that soon. But just trying to keep up. Hopefully, more like actual content videos coming soon now that life has slowed down a little bit.
Awesome. Both of you guys are great. I'm back to, hanging out with you guys behind a screen, but it was great hanging out in person in San Diego. And it's great having you guys on this show every month. So thank you guys so much for doing that. And being here and just being cool people and my friends. So, we got that, Shout out to anyone out there who's watching us live. Ash1231 Comics. Deanna Kinney said Wildcats Forever. The game. Shout out to everybody out there watching us on youtube.com/The Keeg Show. Or maybe you're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Once again, wherever you can find us, listen to us, digest us, whatever. Like, comment, subscribe, follow. Let us know you're out there. Write a review, something that doesn't cost any money. But if you want it to cost money, find us on patreon.com/The Keeg Show and subscribe to a tier. Get a Keeg t-shirt. Listen to our drunk episode. There's a couple ways you could support the show through that. This is Comic Talk, one of the many shows that we do, but Comic Talk is every Thursday, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on youtube.com/The Keeg Show. But we also have the Keeg Talks, where we talk about movies and TV shows and that sort of thing. And then I do one-on-one interviews with different professionals under the Keeg Chats. Recently, I did talk to writer of Miles Morales Spider-Man, Brian Hill, about his experiences writing and experiences with Miles and how he tackles these things. So you can find that on YouTube, and then the podcast episode will be up wherever you get your podcasts soon. So you got that, and some other things coming up. We shall see what else is in store. That's pretty much it. Find me personally at This Is Dimithri on Instagram and TikTok if you want to follow me personally. But generally speaking, the Keeg is at The Keeg Show, wherever you get your social media from. TikTok and Instagram, Blue Sky Threads, Facebook, all that. At The Keeg Show, wherever you can find the Keeg. That is pretty much it. Thank you once again, Joshua. Thank you once again, Aaron. Thank you to everybody out there. I am your host, Dimithri Perera, and this has been Comic Talk for the week of August 20th, 2026. See you guys next time.